Have you ever been ghosted by a recruiter? Let's talk about it. My name is Joel Algie. I have been a recruiter for coming up to a decade. You can go verify me on LinkedIn for more of this information, and you can follow me over there as well. I'm always sharing content. If there's one reoccurring theme that always comes up anytime I talk about recruiting or recruiters, it's this. People always say that recruiters are the worst because they've been ghosted or they've had a negative experience. But why does this happen? Aren't recruiters supposed to help you get a job? Aren't they supposed to help you through your job search? Well, that's really not the case. Recruiters are actually there to help companies find people. So a company will have open positions, the recruiter will help them fill those open positions. By its nature, recruitment is an outbound role, meaning they have an open role, they try and find people who fill it. Now, part of how recruiters fill those roles is they put a job posting online. But a lot of times what they'll find is that they actually aren't finding the right people, or the right people aren't applying to the job. Now, most of the time, there's lots of people who apply for jobs, but the hiring managers are very selective on who they actually want on their team. Now, the hiring managers are the people who are running the teams that have the opening. So the hiring managers are actually the ones that make the decision. The recruiter is basically working for the hiring manager to find candidates that the hiring manager thinks are going to be a fit for the role. This is why if you've ever tried to reach out to a recruiter, it's extremely hard to reach them. They're spending most of their time going to other companies that they're competing against or trying to find candidates that match what the hiring manager is looking for. The other reason that candidate experience suffers is because companies don't actually incentivize recruiters to care about candidate experience. Recruiters' metrics are all driven by how many roles they have and how many roles they fill. It's not driven by making candidates feel good or providing a good experience. This is even more true on the service side for agencies. So agencies are literally companies that help other companies find people. Most of those recruiters are paid by commission. Agency recruiters are paid on commission for the roles that they fill. There's no component of how they get paid that's based on ghosting people or providing a good candidate experience. So if you want to have recruiters out there that create good candidate experiences, companies actually need to incentivize and pay recruiters to behave that way. If you want people to deliver on something, you literally have to incentivize or pay them for that. This is why, if you answered yes to the question if you've been ghosted by a recruiter, this is why.